We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody.
Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos, ages 14 through 6, and can't forget about our sheepadoodle named Ellie. I am living that mom life in today's video, doing lots of cleaning and organizing, as well as some really fun and easy gift ideas and party prep for those little kiddos in your life. I am really super excited to share all of my mom life happenings with you on this channel. Also, tons of decorating ideas, DIYing, cooking, all of it. I am here for all of it and hoping you are too. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and hanging with me, and let's get to doing some cleaning and organizing.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna.
I'm starting out today just doing some little light cleaning here in the refrigerator. It is not terrible, but not good. Looking at some moldy peppers. We had some questionable carrots. The carrots actually ended up being fine. It was just those darn peppers. I just wanted to clean up in here. We are not doing a deep fridge clean by any means, but just wanted to get some of that older stuff out to make some room for newer groceries coming a little bit later in the week. Our fridge here has this kind of hidden door. It's kind of like a trick door. It's funny, people who don't have this fridge or never saw this fridge always thinks it's like a fun, it's like a fun magic trick. It's great because this is where you can keep all of the condiments and things that you just need to get quick reach to that would normally kind of disappear in the back of the refrigerator. It's gotten a little out of hand. I do like to keep the kids' waters cups and stuff in there, but we're just kind of overloaded. Got to combine a few things. We have a couple of ranch dressings opened, so we got to consolidate and make a little bit of room over here, but not doing that today. Just wanted to give it a quick tidy up in here before we move on to this cabinet. This cabinet, this is going to sound very overdramatic, but for somebody with anxiety and just not liking when things are not a certain way, this cabinet was haunting my dreams. Literally. It sounds very overdramatic, but that's exactly what was happening. This cabinet was a cabinet where I was kind of storing the kids' art, some of the kids' art supplies. We are in limbo right now, redoing the basement, so a lot of their stuff kind of congregated into this cabinet. We used to have a printer in this cabinet. This is kind of like a catch-all cabinet for the kids' arts and crafts. So I've been wanting to do a kind of a tiered cart situation for them. I did this for my pantry for paper goods and stuff like that, and it's been working out great. So I thought this was a nice idea to do for the kids' arts and crafts supplies, or at least just the ones that I know they would kind of go to more so than the others. So this one I actually got off Amazon, and it's actually metal. I thought it was just going to be plastic, but it is metal. I think it was a little bit pricier. I want to say it was either $35 or $40 than the plastic one that I had purchased for the pantry. But it comes with these fun things that go on the side that you can kind of hang different things from, and I actually like it. It did come with these 2 things that you hang on the side, and these were broken. These little handle things were kind of glued on, and I guess they had come off in shipment, but it was fine. It wasn't a deal breaker because I just took some wire ties. Thank you for my hubby who's an electrician, so we always have these on hand, and I just put them on this way, and those puppies aren't going anywhere. It actually worked out better than if I was to put those hooks on anyway. Also came with these little pegs to put kind of in this pegboard here, and you can definitely buy more things to kind of put on there, but for now this is going to work perfectly for us, and I am happy with it. So I am now going to tackle this cabinet. So it's a lot, like I said, of the kids' art supplies, Play-Doh, some painting things. They had gotten a lot of new crayons and that sort of thing for Christmas. So a lot of that all winded up in here. So I'm taking the time to kind of go through everything, weed through what we don't need anymore, weed through what we want to give away to some friends that we might not, things that my daughter doesn't necessarily gravitate towards anymore, and just get this cabinet cleaned out because this is driving me bonkers. And I plan on doing a complete kitchen cabinet clean out, which I cannot wait for. It's been on my to-do list for quite a while now. It keeps falling to the bottom of the list because there's just too many things. There's just always so many things that go on the darn list. So that's going to be coming up hopefully sooner than later once I start getting to all my spring cleaning, which I actually look very forward to every year. So definitely stay tuned for that. Had Angelo here helping me kind of organize the cart, and he was super excited to do this. And I always say this with everything, art supplies, toys, whatever it may be, if you just breathe new life into something, it's almost like it's like a brand new item or a brand new toy. It's like, we've had all this stuff. This stuff has been sitting in this cabinet for weeks, months. Are you kidding me? But because we're kind of giving it new life and we're putting it, in a more organized manner, he will definitely tend to gravitate towards this more. And it's a lot more, easy for the kids to, especially Angelo, who's my youngest, he's 6, to kind of come at his own, whenever he wants and grab some crayons and whatever, some Play-Doh things. And, at least for the beginning, the honeymoon phase, it'll stay kind of organized, we hope. These I found in here. These were for his party favors for his 5th birthday party, and it was such a cute idea. I printed these off. Believe I bought the SVG from Etsy with his picture on there, and we had a baseball themed party, and I just attached some crayons. And that was our little favor, like a personalized activity sheet. So that was a really great idea, fun favor idea. And this is kind of our garbage and our donation. And the cart came out really cute. I actually was able to fit a lot more on it than I thought I would. I had those individual kind of storage things, gotten those from Dollar Tree forever ago, and I had those in a drawer. So we put those in there, put some extra Play-Doh stuff in that bag, hung from the side, put our Sharpie markers in here. This thing really did hold a lot, and I really do have a little more space to add a few more things, especially on that peg rail. Have some kinetic sand, so I was really happy with getting that done. So excited. So now we get to the portion where I start making some super cute gift ideas for the kids. Now, these are definitely Valentine's, what I'm doing right now, but this would also be such a cute idea for any winter themed party. I feel like s'mores is a just, winter or fall nice go-to for any type of party or, fun occasion. These are, very obviously geared towards Valentine's. These were going to be my Angelo's actually class party, and those marshmallows I'm using in this project, and I had put them in that vase. If you saw in a previous video, I made that super cute vase with flowers in it using those marshmallows. But these marshmallows have taken me a long way. I've used them in the kids' hot cocoa bars, and now I'm using it in this little project here. But like I said, yes, these are Valentine's, and yes, Valentine's Day is over. But I still wanted to share it with you because it's a fun idea to do for any kids' party favors, or even if you have some, a class party. I think s'mores are good for really any time of year, but especially these winter months. So I'm just breaking 1 graham cracker in half, putting it in the baggie with a little mini Hershey bar. And because it's a Valentine's, I'm using these Valentine heart-shaped marshmallows. But of course, if you're just doing this for any type of year, you can either find a marshmallow that's themed towards your theme, or you can just go ahead and use good old regular marshmallows. And this one says Valentine's, you make life more fun, from Angelo XOXO, but you can go on anywhere and, find kind of more generic printables for this. And why is it only me, but why is it every time I go to do something and like the simplest thing that you think would give no issue gives issue? So of course my stapler wasn't working. So I had to take like what was probably 10 minutes to try to get the jam out. But I think these are really fun and cute. And yes, they take a little bit of time and a little more involvement than just going to the store and buying favors. But I thought it was a super cute idea and, personalized. And like I said, you can really gear this towards anything. And you just go on Pinterest and Google, free printable, whatever it is you're looking for. And 9 out of 10 times, you'll really find something that you can use. And if not, Etsy has these things all the time at such an affordable price. So really great option for any type of favor idea. And here's another really fun favor idea that can be used all year round. My kiddo, Jack, he just turned 10. He is my third, was having a football themed party. So I was printing out those tags to put on his football themed party favors. So I'm just taking my little paper cutter here. And of course you can use scissors. I just love this thing. It's really handy and makes really straight lines because I cannot cut or draw a straight line for my life. So this just helps me with my, OCD about having a straight line. So I take the time to use my paper cutter here for almost everything. But of course you can use a handy dandy pair of scissors, or if I had turned this SVG or turned this file, I should say, into an SVG, I could have easily used my Cricut and had my Cricut cut it out. But sometimes the Cricut comes in a clutch and helps out, but sometimes it's just easier to do it on my own. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going to show you a little bit later on in the video how I use these tags. His favors came out really cute. We were supposed to have his party on Super Bowl Sunday, but his party got double booked. So we had to move it to this past Sunday, which was a week later. But we still went with the football theme. So all I have to do is cut the edges by hand with scissors there and give it a little hole punch later on in the video. I'll show you. Happy Valentine's Day. I know you're not seeing this on Valentine's Day, but I hope you had a special day filled with love. I am going to go ahead and make my kids a little candy gift kind of basket for them. And everything you see here that I've gotten, and I'll give you a closer view, is from Walmart. I'm just doing kind of a candy treat thing for them. That's what they like to get the most for Valentine's Day because it's not normally that I go out and buy them all this sugar. So it's a fun treat for them. So I'm going to kind of show you how I do it. It's super easy. And this can be done not only for Valentine's Day, of course, but it could be birthdays, anything, graduations, just because it's a really cute and easy gift. And although I got a lot of my things at Walmart, which these boxes are actually a penny cheaper at Walmart, now that Dollar Tree's $1.25. But a lot of this can all be done using stuff at Dollar Tree, which I've done before as well. So I'm gonna give you a little closer overview here of what I'm using, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to making them. Here I have some of my kids' favorite candies. Got some balloons, got some Hershey Kisses, and every year I make these, I bring out the cereal bowls that I've made, and it says their name, and it says, "I seriously love you," XOXO, and I put one of their favorite cereals in it with a special spoon and napkin and a straw for their milk, and wrap it up in some cute heart. And this is what they'll get in the morning. This is my oldest one. Not that he doesn't like them, but he's not as quick to open it up and eat it in the morning, where my other three have already eaten theirs. Their bowls are washed over there, actually. My oldest one here is still wrapped, so that's what I do every morning. And then this thing I'm putting together here will be what they will kind of come home to when they get home from school. In order to put it together, you need some type of vessel to put everything into. So this year I went with these I found at Walmart. They're $1.98 for 6 of them. I'm only using 4, and I'll stick the other 2 away. But I have gotten in the past from Dollar Tree more of like a plasticky type container that I've used. A million different things you can do. I have some wooden skewers, and these are just regular bamboo skewers that you use in cooking and grilling and all of that. I'm going to go ahead and use these. I have some foam. This I have on hand. I use it a lot in crafting and floral making and stuff like that. So I already have this on hand. It's another thing that you can easily find at Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using tissue paper all the candy, tape. So I'll kind of show you the process of what I do to get this all put together. I start off here by just putting these little, they remind me of just kind of like a popcorn container, getting these popped up. And I do not wind up using those bamboo skewers. I guess I thought I had more kind of individually wrapped candies than I did. So if I have a lot of little candies, I will go ahead and kind of tape those to the sticks and kind of have a bouquet of those candies sticking out. But I didn't. I had a lot more bigger things. So I didn't wind up using those sticks. I am taking these blocks of foam and cutting them so that they will fit inside these containers here. And this just makes really easy work of sticking, everything in. It wasn't totally necessary because I didn't wind up using those sticks, but it did give everything height. So I would have used it obviously regardless. I did wrap 2 sheets of tissue paper around the piece, and then I went ahead and stuck it into the container. And I'm going to go and do that for all 4 of these. And like I mentioned, this is, yes, I'm doing this for Valentine's Day, but this is such a fun idea for any time of year. We've done it for friends of ours who have been sick, just as like a little pick-me-up type of thing. So it's just a really fun idea, and you can do this a million different ways. I've done it with the more popcorn bucket things that they sell at Dollar Tree, and did like movie gift card and some fun, along the same lines of the candy, that kind of thing. And there's just a bazillion different things you can do here. So I went ahead and stuck one of the balloons in each. My boys are getting the dinosaur balloons and my daughter is getting the frog. I thought these were super cute. I found them kind of at the end cap at Walmart, not in the Valentine's section either, and there was exactly 4 left. So I grabbed them, and they were 99 cents, so, cheaper than Dollar Tree. And I am just nestling the candy here kind of in. It was, these packages were big enough that they held their own, and I didn't really need to put anything on them to get them to stay. And these, again, were just for my kids, so I didn't have to take like the extra mile to make sure that they don't move. They weren't going very far. They were staying right here on the counter. I knew as soon as the kids got home that they were gonna, jump into them, so I didn't have to go too crazy. I did wind up putting a little piece of tape on the Hershey Kisses because that box was a little heavy and wanted to fall down. But other than that, I really didn't have to go too crazy with trying to get everything to stay. So I'm just using that tape here to connect the Hershey Kiss to, whatever was behind it, just to give it a little bit of stability. And my kids love this. My Angelo was asking me all morning, actually really all week, like, Mommy, are you doing these? Are we gonna be coming home to, our Valentine's treats? Like they remember. They definitely remember. And this is not anything, at least in my opinion, crazy. Yes, I'm taking the time to do it, but I used to be huge on like toys for every holiday or, a million stuffed animals, but I'm really trying to slimline that. I'm trying. And not have to go, not everything has to be a mini Christmas. So I just thought this was fun and cute and lets them know that, I'm thinking about them. So just taking some of that Valentine clear wrap that I actually am reusing from their cereal bowls this morning, and just tying it around the bottom just to give it a little extra cuteness and make it look like it's, kind of packaged and almost like Mommy bought it from somewhere, but I really didn't. And this is it. This is all you have to do when it comes to these things. If I ever find kind of things on clearance, or if I'm at the Dollar Tree and I see things that I had a little fall there, just got everything back in. But if I find things that I think I can use, for stuff like this, I will grab them and kind of store them away. And it's so funny. I always have like my ego like, oh yeah, this is going great. Yeah, this one just did not want to stay. It didn't want to tie. But we finally got it going. And they came out really cute. I know that they're going to love it when they get home. And this little heart thing here with the hands, my daughter's been wanting that. And I've actually had that stored away for her forever. So, the whole Taylor Swift. So I just included that here in our little Valentine's area. And they loved it. They came home and they were super excited. And it was, it was definitely devoured in a few minutes. Not all the candy, but some of it anyway. I'm picking up my packages. This is kind of what happens when Amazon delivers to my house. We usually have a pile of just packages, that sometimes sits for days. And it was growing. Ellie's giving a stretch. It's a lot of work opening up these packages, so she's getting ready for it. I knew I had ordered a few things for myself. This is my this is by no means like an unboxing or anything like that. This is super informal, but that is my favorite hairspray ever. So if you're in the market for some new hairspray, I love a hairspray that holds but doesn't make your hair extra crunchy. That's it. It's a sexy hair. I always get that from Amazon. And I will, if I see it at TJ Maxx, they also have it on a good price at TJ Maxx every now and then when I remember to look for it when I'm there. My hubby and I got to go out twice this past weekend. And that's unheard of for us. We're actually not used to it. It was a little too much for us. But once we actually got out, we had a wonderful time. So I had just ordered a few things, not knowing what I was going to wear or, that kind of thing. So I just ordered some things that I'm piling up there. And I also had some craft stuff. I had some favors I was making for a friend for a party and that sort of thing. So it's just like a combination of clothing, craft supplies, and a couple of random things. So just unpackaging all of that here. And these the slap bands I had ordered, and I don't even know what happened. They sent me 2, or I accidentally purchased 2, which is fine because I will use them. They make great party favors. I am not a boot girl. I don't love the look of a boot. I don't know if it's because I'm short, so I feel like it just kind of cuts my legs off. But it is cold. So I ordered those boots, and I did wind up wearing them. I didn't love them. My oldest son actually went on Hollister all by himself and picked out some really cute sweatshirts, which I have such mixed feelings about because I love Hollister as me in my high school days and even today. But they're pricey. So he found some nice sweatshirts though that he ordered. He was in the market for some. Going back into my kitchen real quick, was super excited to see this. I got for my new niece. She's a month old, or just recently turned a month old. So just picked her up these super cute mini PJs and those little onesies that said "You are loved." I thought they were very cute and appropriate for Valentine's Day. And the matching socks and the bib. I mean, you can't beat it. You cannot beat Walmart for this Disney stuff. I remember going to Disney store, when they were around. By us, they're really not around anymore. Most of them have closed down. But I feel like for this reason, they were so expensive. And then you go to Walmart and you find these adorable Disney licensed outfits in such a good price. So I just made a little gift bag for her, which I actually ended up putting into a Minnie and Mickey bag that I had. I am now moving on to the favors and the balloons for my son's 10th birthday. So I mentioned earlier in the video, he is turning the big 10. Can't even believe it. And this year we are having a kind of a bigger friend party for him. He has not had a birthday party in quite a few years. Or I shouldn't say he hasn't had a birthday party. That's a lie. He has. He hasn't had a big friend birthday party in a few years. We usually always go to an indoor water park. That's kind of what he chooses every year. He has a winter birthday, and it always works out. We always have friends join in, families, and it's always a ton of fun. This year, with the arrival of my new niece, we did not go. So we are having it at a sports place, and we are doing a football theme. And we are doing here some snack, kind of to-go snack buckets, you could say, for favors. And this was just like a really cute idea. You can make this theme towards any sport, obviously. I just put in there some Gatorades, a little kind of to-go thing of Pringles. What else did I have in there? I bought chocolate chip cookies, and I individually wrapped them in little baggies. My daughter actually did that part for me. So I had that in there. And then I just bought these little squishy balls that actually my girlfriend found for me at Dollar General. They had a ton of football stuff on clearance. And I had ordered some on Amazon, and I was so thankful that she asked me if I'd like anything, because the ones I got for Amazon were like half the price and more, half the size and more money. So I ended up returning those, and I used these little squishy footballs here and put some little paper shred in there, and I put these tags on that said, you scored some snacks. Thank you for making my birthday a touchdown, which was another file I found just from, kind of searching on Pinterest. And I think they came out really cute, and they're a really fun gift idea for a favor, especially when you have a lot of kids. I made 30 of them, and it could just get really pricey really quick. So I thought that was a really fun idea, and you can, cater that to any theme or, any snack choice of your choosing. Because we are having it at a place, I wasn't going all out with the decorations. We weren't allowed to hang anything on the walls. They provided everything, tablecloths, paper goods. So it was really wonderful. Of course, you pay for it having it at a place, but you know what? When I throw parties at home, I wind up spending triple the price just because I go crazy. So I really tried to keep this decorations minimal. So I am just making a couple of balloon, I guess you can say towers. They're really not that tall, but what I like to do here is take 2 balloons at a time, as you can see, and tie them together. And I try to do, different balloons together. So obviously I have like green and white and the football and the gold. And then I take the two groupings of 2 and twist them together to kind of make, I like to call these like 4-leaf clovers. So you twist 2 groups of 2 together to make 4. And to me, they look like 4-leaf clovers. So, and when you're doing this, you're going to see that a lot of the time, one of them is going to want to pop up on you, like that one that just jumped up. But once you go ahead and tie everything together, they all stay in place. So don't get discouraged if they keep popping up on you like that. So just taking, like I said, all of these, doing this first because this is the most time-consuming spot. And there's my 4-leaf clover. And a lot of these kits I get off Amazon, and they all come with this string or, ribbon. And this is what I use to tie them together. So you're just starting with 2 groups of 4, okay? Stay with me. And you're going to just take that ribbon, and you're going to go from the underneath, the bottom side, and you're going to just pull it through the bottom and up towards you. So you just want a nice long piece of ribbon. Cut yourself a nice lengthy piece, because this is what you're going to use the entire time for the one kind of column or tower or whatever you want to call it. And you're going to tie it together, and then you're just going to keep going. Pull that string out, add another grouping of 4, and just keep going. Tie it again with the same string. And the fun thing about these is you can make them as tall or short as you want. I had only ordered 1 set of these balloons off of Amazon, so I knew that I knew I was going to be able to make 3 to 5 of these. I wasn't sure how tall I was going to make them, but once I kind of put them together and I was seeing how many I had left, which is another reason why it's good to kind of make your groupings before you start putting everything together. That way you can kind of gauge how big you want to make them. And a little tip here is it is easier if you have someone hold down this first grouping that you tie together, because this one, for whatever reason, at least for me, always kind of wants to slide around on you. So it just makes it a little bit quicker work if you have someone holding that first group together. But I mean, I normally always do this by myself. Jack just happened to be in the room. So I asked him to come over and kind of hold it down for me. Just makes things go a little bit quicker. So I winded up making 4 columns. I'm just going to call them columns, even though they're really not that tall, but 4 columns. 3 of them had 4 groups of 4. And then this last one here, I had 3 left. So I had made it this might still be the 4 column. I hope I haven't lost you at this point, but I made 3 groups of 4, and then 1 guy that had 3. And then I had purchased these separately. These did not come in that latex balloon kit. Football Mylars. And this one was perfect because it came with the football theme and the number 10. I mean, you can't beat Amazon. It's such a shame that Party City and all these places are going out of business. But it's just, you can't beat it for the price of what you get these things for. It's like, I just wish that the stores would keep up with the online, and then maybe they wouldn't all be closing. It's like so sad, but at the same time, you can't beat it. So I'm just blowing up these balloons here. Now, obviously, none of these balloons are not going to be flying in the air. I've given up helium. I said goodbye to helium a long time ago. I'm not doing it anymore. I've had countless parties where balloons have popped, and it's always the most expensive ones. So now I just do all these myself. So I'm just taking the 1 and tying it to the top of this column. And then I'm going to take the 0 and tie it to the top of the other column. And you just, depending on how your balloons are, these had little holes on the bottom of them. I'm just stringing that string through, and just be careful because the Mylar is super sensitive, and if you pull too hard, the string will break right through, which I totally did. But I just always kind of finagle it and make it work. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, these are just for my kiddos' parties, so, and I just need them to last the party, so it wasn't a big deal. So once you get that tied on, I went to the next one here and tied on the 0. And these are just really fun and easy DIYs to do. They're not overly time consuming. I mean, they do take some time just to blow them all up, but I love doing stuff like this. So to me, it's not too much of a chore. It's always hard to find the time, but I was happy that I did this, but I was also happy that I only did this because it wasn't necessary to do any more for this type of party. So I thought these came out really cute. The colors were like spot on. I was really happy that I had picked this particular one. And now you're going to have all those strings hanging. Sometimes I leave the strings because they can kind of look fun, but I wasn't feeling it with this. So I'm just going in just carefully to not pop the balloons and just cutting off any of that ribbon that is kind of hanging out. And if you go on Amazon, as you all probably know, if you have kiddos and throw parties, you can find these balloons in so many different themes that can really go for any type of party. So, and I love doing these. It just makes it a lot of fun. And this is how they are all finished. And I'm going to insert some pictures here in the end and show you how they looked in the at the actual party. But just fun, easy. You can't get any more inexpensive. These candles I also found on Amazon. How cute are these? They have like the little turf on them with the little footballs, and they even come with this base to put your candle in. Cannot beat it. These are some pictures from my son's party. He had such a blast. The boys had such a fun time playing flag and some wiffle ball, some flag football. But thanks so much for hanging with me. I hope you had some ideas. Stay tuned. We have so much more coming up on this channel, and I hope you're here for it. Till the next one, guys. Have a good day. See ya.
I've been losing sleep. What to do? Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. And we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going on. Oh, wow. It looks like we made it.